If you're a woman over 45, I know that you have been through a lot. You've been through the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have lived experiences, probably experienced great success, and a few misnomers along the way. But if you're finding yourself at some kind of crossroads here, maybe following divorce or the loss of a partner, perhaps you've been made redundant, whatever that big change is, I want you to know it is not too late to make a change. And now is the perfect time for you to be reinventing yourself and creating the life you want. In fact, right now is the best time in history for women like us to rise wise, unapologetically, and to create a life and income, financial abundance, financial independence like never before. Hey gorgeous, how are you doing? I'm Sara Burton, your Start Over coach, and welcome to the rebranded Rise Wise podcast and YouTube channel. This is our space on the internet where I help women in midlife and beyond step into their wisdom, ditch the old rules, and build a life that lights them up from the inside. For years now, I've been helping women start over after big life changes, whether that's divorce, career shifts, empty nest, even rediscovering who they are after decades of putting everyone else first. And whilst they did that willingly and loved every moment of it, it's now left them feeling invisible and maybe disconnected to what was their own identity and not knowing who they are now, let alone who they want to be next. I started this journey because I was embarking upon a massive life change. Maybe like you, I got a late diagnosis of ADHD, I got divorced, I've lost my mum. There have been so many things that have happened that have changed what I thought was the direction my life was going in. But it has been super, super empowering. And learning firsthand about how empowering transition can be, about uncovering everything that holds us back and what really makes successful change happen, what makes us take action to really break patterns, stop holding ourselves back, and to rise wise. And so the name Start Over and Rise isn't enough anymore. And I've come to really throw myself into what is happening in this modern world. AI is here and it is changing everything. And whilst a lot of the narrative in our age group is that it's fearful, what is AI going to take away from us? I very much see it as an opportunity for women like us to rise, for it to assist us, for it to give us untold opportunities that we can make the most of now. We were analog children and digital adults. We are able to put the humanity and the technology together. We understand about change. No other generation has been through so much as we have. And so now it's our time to rise wise. Not quietly, not half-heartedly, no longer worrying about rocking the boat. We are here to rise wise unapologetically. So before I talk a little bit about what the rebrand means for you and what you can expect coming up, I want you to embrace this new saying. You are not here to play small. You are here to rise wise. And I invite you to join me on that journey. So why the rebrand and why now? Well, over the course of the past 5 years since I completely upturned my life, I have perfected what it means to start over, and whether that is start over with changing one small habit or completely reinventing the whole of your life, the methods are the same. I've uncovered what it feels like to get over yourself so that you can stop holding yourself back. I have lived this experience. I have done it in my personal life and now embarking on a new relationship. I've done it within my own body, changing eating habits, my relationship with food, what I believe to be best for my fitness and my health. And I have now completely reinvented my business. My start over and rise, and many that I have helped, has just been the starting point. Getting to this phase now with an understanding of myself like never before, with stepping into a new identity that has been both confidence building and empowering. I have now realigned my mission in life, my purpose, what I was put here to do, and I've created a business that allows me to do what I love and plenty of opportunity to monetize plenty of aspects of it. And I want to help women like you do exactly the same. During this time, I have noticed that women our age are standing at an incredible crossroads. I feel so grateful that all of the changes that have happened in me have happened now, because now we have AI and we have more opportunities than we've ever had before. We have more wisdom, we have resilience and life experience that we can really do something useful with. At the same time, we're living in the fastest changing, most opportunity rich time in history. And I know I've said that already, but vast majority of women who are Gen X, who are in this age bracket, are still running around with the old programming that we grew up with. So let me take a quick look at what that actually means. The Gen X programming, if you were born between 1965 and 1980, this is you. You are a Gen X. We had such confusing messages. We were told that we were able to, as women, go out and seek employment. We were able to have our own bank accounts. Can you believe that was only 1975 that happened? We were told to be strong and step forward. But hey, at the same time, we were also told to remember not to rock the boat. Don't make too much fuss about everything, and to get on and be brilliant, but be quiet about it so as not to overshadow anyone and make anyone feel uncomfortable. We witnessed our parents being told that the way forward was to work really hard, to get a mortgage, to buy your own property, to get on the property ladder and keep going until retirement. We've witnessed and seen many successes where people who worked hard, kept their head down, reached retirement, and you would have a wonderful life. And for many, that is exactly what has happened. As girls, we were told to be nice, play safe, to be the most amazing mother and the career woman all at the same time. And if there was any time left over, we were free to do whatever we wanted. Schools prepared us to fit into the system, not to disrupt it. And the work placement, well, we were often the only woman in the room. I certainly can remember when I started work in the early 90s in the IT computer magazine market, it was a very heavily male-dominated market. And I was often the only woman in the room. We were taught to act professional, which basically meant that if we wanted to get on, we had to wear the skirts, be professional, and act like a man. No one was really telling us back then about building businesses online, building businesses full stop, how we could leverage our creativity for income, or how we could use technology to reach a global audience, because it wasn't something that truly existed for everyday women like us. In fact, when we were kids, the height of technology was a VHS video player and maybe a Walkman. I do remember, however, when the Commodore VIC-20 came in and the Spectrum ZXs. So taking all this into consideration, why is it that now is our time to rise wise? So here's the thing. While we've been quietly raising our children, enjoying successful careers, the world has changed. Technology has exploded and AI has come along. And what does this all mean? It means that the barriers to entry for creating an income online, for stepping into a different economy, a global economy with ease and costing next to nothing is here. Today, all of that lived experience, all that knowledge and wisdom you have can easily be turned into new sources of income, new sources of scalable income. Today, you can share your ideas, your stories, your wisdom, your skills, and your ideas with the world from your kitchen table, from the comfort of your own home. You can create a business that in weeks reaches people globally. And you can do it whilst living a life you actually want to live, one that fits the lifestyle you want now and in your future. As Gen X women, we have the perfect combination of skills for this. We're resourceful. We made entire meals from whatever was in the fridge because our mums told us not to waste food and left us to it. If we were hungry, we had to be resourceful. We're independent. We grew up latchkey kids and figured a lot of things out on our own. Things that were acceptable back then are just seen as insane right now. We know how to work hard. We know how to get on with things. And we now also know that we don't have to work ourselves into the ground, support everyone else around us for someone else's dream, for someone else's expectations of ourselves. The only thing that's in our way now is that old programming that says you need permission, you need qualifications or perfect conditions before you can start something new and as potentially big as this. And that's what Rise Wise is now going to be focusing on. It's all about taking the wisdom that you have earned and mixing it with all the opportunities that you have right now so that you can create your own version of success on your terms. And as I said, unapologetically. So whether you want to start a business around something you love, change careers, or do something that feels a little more meaningful, that's got more impact, it gives you a greater sense of purpose. You can write that book. You can upload it as a Kindle edition for next to nothing. You can start a podcast within days. You can start your own YouTube channel. There are various platforms that you can just step into, learn a tiny little bit of how it all works, and you can create that platform where you can voice your opinions. You can make a new business, create a side hustle, and monetize the things that you love to do. You can dive into new ways of producing income. And once you've worked out what your thing is and you have a way of creating financial abundance, you can finally live your life by having fun, feeling a sense of fulfillment, and experiencing a level of freedom like never before. You have the ability to do it. Not someday, not in years to come, but now. And if you're like me and you've been in the online world for some time, you don't need to follow what all the online gurus are telling you. It's not all about certain blueprints that have to be done. You can really work out for yourself what the best product is, what the best way of building an audience and collating those fabulous people who are going to buy that product. And with more tools at our disposal than ever before, you don't have to do it by anyone else's rules. You can find your thing, monetize it, and create a business that works on your terms. Let's face it, even now, if you are a complete introvert, you don't even have to show up as yourself. You don't have to go on camera or listen to your voice via a podcast. AI is at a level now where you can very quickly learn how to create an AI character who can show up and do all of the things that you would normally do yourself. You just have to create that character and throw your wisdom out into the world via that creation. So what can you expect from this channel now? Well, the 4 pillars: self, wealth, health, and relationships still all apply. I am still passionate about us being whole people, especially in this day and age. The world is screaming out for authenticity, happy, positive people who are genuinely trying to help others. And combining the digital aspect with our own personal lived experiences and the confidence that we have within us, the world is just waiting for it. So we will talk about monetization, creating income streams, mindset, midlife reinvention, how to transition from where you are now to where you want to be. I've got a whole new batch of interviews that are going to be coming up where people are going to be sharing their stories about how they have risen wisely. I will be championing my own clients who have started over and risen in some way as well. The more stories that can be shared, the more experiences that are laid out there, the more inspiration there is for everyone else. I have a new membership coming up called Wise Woman Online, and in there you will be able to gain access to the practical elements. What is AI? How do you start to learn to use it? What are your options with it? I'm also going to make sure there's plenty of practical things in there in terms of how do you start a podcast? How do you start a YouTube channel? What should you do when you want to make your first videos? Or maybe start to become more visible, even through something like Substack and newsletters. Perhaps it's the written word that you want to come into the world with. I have a whole wealth of experience and I have a wonderful network of experts in all different areas of tech. And I will be bringing those to you through Wise Woman Online. You will also know that I'm a Kajabi partner. And so on this very channel, I will be showing you how you can use certain aspects of Kajabi to get yourself set up with an online business, should you wish to. We're going to be talking about how to make tech and AI your ally instead of something to fear. We're going to be talking about navigating change and starting over with confidence and courage. And we'll continue to go deep on the truth about starting over, because I don't believe in fluffy motivation that lasts for just 5 minutes. In fact, it is my mission to offer you the opportunity to check out different tools and ways of finding your own clarity, your own courage, and your own strategy to create a life and income that you're not only proud of, that you can thoroughly enjoy. And that you are free now to stop playing small and start creating the life of your dreams. So if this has sparked something inside of you, if you are feeling, yes, I am ready to rise wise and make the most of what this modern world has for you now, if you're ready to shake off those old beliefs, those old rules that have been so deeply embedded in us for so many years, and to start building the life that you want, then hit that subscribe or follow button right now. Give this video a like and let me know in the comments, what's the most difficult thing about where you are right now? I've done so much research and spoken to so many women, and I have a really strong idea of all the kinds of content that you require. But I would love to hear from you. If you're watching this video right now, please feel free to pop into the comments underneath this video and let me know. And if you are listening on the podcast, come over and find me on Instagram. You can now find me at Sara_wisewoman online and send me a DM. Let me know, what would you like to have the solution to? What problem could I help you solve that will enable you to rise wise? And I will do my best to bring you that content that can make that shift happen. So there is plenty of new content coming up. We are going to be more than once a week now. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope you will continue to come back and join me on this journey. And together we can rise wise unapologetically. You have a good week. You take care, and I'll see you on the next episode.